Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, if y'all can hear what's in my background, all right, I've been playing music lately on YouTube, and they've been, you can't monetize this video. I'm glad that I haven't really monetized any videos. All right, I do want to discuss something. I was having a conversation with one of my pre-consult people, and he was telling me about some of the stuff he had done. And he brought up the conversation about Patrick Devine. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about Pat. I didn't know Pat. I knew of Pat while he was alive, but I didn't know Pat. He and I had never spoke. At least I don't believe we've ever spoken. But Pat was a genius. Now let me see if I can explain to you Pat's genius. I really will tell you, Pat and I would not have gotten along because our personalities were too much alike. But Pat was a genius because Pat realized that your vehicle must be registered. And so he registered he suggested, at least I think he did, because I didn't get this definitively from the gentleman I spoke to. But the suggestion that a vehicle be registered through registered mail, now that right there is the way I think. And no, I've never thought about it, so the credit will go to Pat for that one. Now, I can't tell y'all to do that, okay, because I haven't even worked it out in my head, because it's just not something I thought about, because that's not been an angle or something that I've had to worry about. Do you understand? I can't think about it unless it's pertinent, unless it's a situation that is relevant to whatever I'm doing. If it's not, because I told you guys, I'm only focused on, I have a tunnel vision when it comes to issues. That's why you don't hear me talking about everything anymore like I used to. I stay focused. The stuff I'm working on is specific. We are updating the mega pack for new customers, and because of that, is that real world news? Okay. Because of our updating our system for the new packs, I have to get the system to work. And so I'm working on getting the system to work. So that will come pretty soon. Okay. But I just about got everything working. And as soon as I get it working, then it's on. All right, doing that for y'all, not doing that for me. All right, now let's get back to the nitty gritty, because it's the gritty and the nitties that we need to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, the idea of registering an automobile, we already told you guys, in places like Detroit, and we can thank Mr. Rice for this information, individuals are literally getting a bond on their vehicle and using that for insurance, because that's the way it works in that location. I am strongly suggesting that for people who can't afford insurance paying monthly. It's $250 for 3 years for a $25,000 bond. You will, in most states, need at least $35,000. So you'll have to get two bonds. Just that simple. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. That's not my job. My job is to tell you that such a process is available. Okay? That's my job. My job is to say, hey, you have this option, you have that option. Now look, I can't stay on because what I have is my generator in the back of this vehicle, and I don't have anybody here to help me with this generator. This generator weighs over 300 pounds. Now, I told you I can handle 300 pounds, not continuously, because I ain't got that type of energy, but I can handle 300 pounds, but I have to back this vehicle, which is a Volkswagen Passat or piece of junk. I put a lot of money into this Volkswagen. A lot of problems with this Volkswagen. But anyway, I'm backing the Volkswagen up to my trailer and just made contact. And so I got to go take care of this. But ladies and gentlemen, let's do that. I'm glad I have that going on, that I got that little touchscreen thing that I can fingerprint. Don't you guys do that with your regular phone? Your main phones? This is my secondary phone. Ladies and gentlemen, so that people can't get access to your phone by grabbing your hand and putting your finger against the phone. Okay, there are three things you can do if you have a fingerprint sensor on your phone. The first thing you do, pay attention, is use a different finger. On your left hand, don't use your index finger, your ring finger. Do not use your ring finger. Use your pinky, use one of the other fingers, but do not use your ring finger. That's the one they check most of the time. You follow me? Just letting you guys know. All right, I got to go because I got to go take care of this. So y'all take care of yourselves. Registration of car through registered mail. Lord have mercy. I can't tell y'all how to do it. I can only tell y'all what was suggested, and I think that's genius. All right, have a good day.